Hello everyone, Helvian here, and we are back with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable part part 4 Diamond is Unbreakable. The finale. Final 2 volumes. Actually it's a bit more. This is like whoops, this is the fattest. I don't know if you can tell that this is the fattest volume in the set. Actually is it more so than one? I'm not sure. Um That's because it contains a bit more. Because in the original volumization of JoJo's, um, in between parts, that there'd be like a volume that has the first part of, or the last part of part 4, and then the first part of part 5 in the same volume. Because they didn't reset the volume count. Each part, it's just like a one. They just keep going, you know. But yeah, obviously for the Viz release, they kept things separate. Um, yeah, I think they nailed the landing. Araki nailed the landing. In this part, it's just so great. I think one of the big strengths of this part I've been saying is how everything has gotten very interconnected. We've been building up this setting of Morio, this town. Got to come and know everyone, and it feels like everyone played a role in defeating Kira, and it's just so good. It's just so good to see. Really. And obviously, some people played more of a role than others at the end of the day. But there's only so much you can do. I think Rohan did the least. Well, actually, no. Rohan got the picture that led them to Hayato. Um, that was important, but that wasn't this volume. That was last volume. Uh, I was thinking about the MVPs this volume, and after that, Rohan didn't do much, unfortunately. And and during much of the battle, uh, with Kira, um, Joseph, and the Koichi, and Rohan were just like away, and like on the other side of not even the side of town. They were not that far away, but they were just blissfully unaware of the um battle that's ongoing. I just said, yeah, but they were able to chip in near the end. Um, just got to use Star Platinum the World. Um, and Koichi got to do a clutch 3 freeze to save the day against um Joseph, or no, it's the Kira. Whoops. Um and then like after you know uh Kira died, he went to uh was her name again? Um uh um Yeah, Remy Sugimoto. Yes, Remy Sugimoto. Yes, that's their name. Um, and she got her revenge perfectly. It all wrapped up nicely, I think. There's not like much in the way of like setup for the next part, which I guess I think some parts did that, some didn't. But that's It's fine. I think next part we're in um Italy, right, or something. Golden Wind. You see, I have one of the volumes here. One of them is holding up that like One Piece fan book, or the One Piece like book thing there. Uh Holy crap, it fell off. Um yeah, I'll probably take a bit of a break while I collect more of the part 5 volumes. Um yeah, there's so much more to discuss though. Um like there are some weird points in this section. Like, how did Kira get the third ability, bites the dust? I mean, we know like how it's the arrow. The arrow struck him, and he got the third ability. But like, how does that? He already had a stand. Is if if the arrow struck like like Josuke, would he get a new stand ability? You know, if it struck Koichi, would he get like 4 freeze? You know, um, the weird application of this arrow that the arrow still seems mysterious. I wouldn't be surprised if it re- it returns um next part, because like how else are we going to get new stand users to battle against if not for the arrow? Um, well, maybe there'll be another stand awakener, you know, or maybe people can just awaken their own stand. I don't know, man. Maybe. Um, yeah, bites the dust is very powerful, and I'm surprised that, or impressed really, that um damn it, I've already forgot his name. Hayato. Yes, I'm impressed that Hayato was able to basically by himself escape from it. I remember uh saying earlier on that one of the spoilers I had was that there's time travel involved, and that's finally taking place here with Bites Dust, as it kind of resets to a new spot every time. Okay, well, there's also another weird thing. Like, how exactly does Bites Dust work? Like, basically, he can set a person beside him that's different from himself. He can't set another himself. He can set a different person to be like his guard, where if his identity is learned by um like okay, if like Hayato tells anyone else that um you know Kira's identity, if he tells anyone else about Kira's identity, they die, and then the time resets to that specified time, and then it happens again, but then it won't happen again another time. The way, I don't know. So the specifics of it are kind of weird. Okay, I paused, but I kind of forgot what I was talking about. But I think I was talking about Bites of Dust being very OP. It is. It kind of reminds me of like an evil version of The isn't the Naruto was Itachi's jutsu he used to defeat Kabuto to make him undo um Edo Tensei jutsu. What was it? Was it? Why is it? What is it? Kodomatsukami. It was different jutsu. Izanagi, Izanami. One of those things. One of those. Um, or in Bleach's War Arc, the potion or whatever medicine that Mayuri used on zombie Toshiro. But yeah, it's obviously different from either of those, but just gave me vibes, you know. But this is actually like actual time travel, which is crazy for a stand ability, especially for like the third ability of a stand. Like how do we go from this stand turns things into bombs into hey, actually, if you look at this guy, you turn into a bomb. It's crazy. Like you can just turn into a bomb by looking at Koichi wrong if you like try to uncover the stand ability or the identity of Kira. That's crazy. Um but yeah, Koichi managed to undo Bites Dust. Well, but basically by making Kira undo it himself because he can't like use his other stand abilities when he's has Bites of Dust active, I think. And but he doesn't have a stand power, but he utilizes the cat plant, which is very nice. He utilizes the cat plant attack um Yoshihide Kira, and then he uses his wit to lure um Josuke um or yeah, Josuke. Yes, Josuke to Kira, and like he set his own identity. Because like the Vice Dust doesn't really activate if he reveals his own identity, only if Koichi does. So that's great. And then they start, fighting Kira, and but also Kira then starts using that plant thing to help his own abilities because like the cat plant has the cat's ability to create like air bubbles or whatever, and that Kira can turn into a bomb. It's a very a dangerous combination, and also he kind of kills uh um the Okuyasu uh, when it was that was a very powerful moment, and but then like it took some time before Josuke was able to slap him with Shining Diamond. So I kind of thought he was dead, but then he turns out he wasn't dead. Which you could say is like another you know um strike against this finale. Kind of like oh, there was like an ass pull or whatever. Um, but I still thought him returning, the scene where he returns was cool, and he was correctly chided for it was, hey, if you were alive this whole time, why didn't you come up here sooner, Shouldn't have waited on so long to open your damn eyes, you dope. Yeah. Um. But yeah, look at this. The whole town coming together. To get Kira out of here. While we were waiting around, the battle had already begun. Uh. Oh man, it's so good. Oh man, it was really nice. And but then Bites of Dust. He thought Bites of Dust activated. Um, but he actually became a ghost. That was really nice. And Three Freeze, made his hands heavier, so he couldn't activate uh Bites to Dust, and then Star Platinum the world um stopped him. And then he got, and then he like ran over by a fucking uh ambulance. That was cool. Um, that was it. It was a fitting end for Kira, and how many times I say it's a very very nice ending. I like how everything went. It's good. Um, I'm not giving the like on Mal or anything. I'm not gonna give this like the entire series a very high score. Yeah, I think it did have slower, less interesting sections, and not like everything came together. Like there were a lot of characters that we never like saw again. And some died, but it's whatever. Like who was that girl that didn't or that liked Koichi? Yukako. She didn't appear in this section at all. That's kind of weird. I mean, I guess she's not directly aligned with like Josuke, but wasn't she like dating Koichi? Like, where'd that go? Come on, you don't leave us hanging like that. There was like an epilogue section though. Jotaro Kujo was got a PhD. The invisible baby was adopted. Um, Hato's mother will probably spend most of her life waiting for her husband's return. Oh, come on. You just tell her. Uh, oh man, Hato's mother is a interesting character. I really feel bad for her. It was a good character. Um, but yeah, like where's Yukako? I thought she was. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, she's there. Right there, right, right there. Um, and some of the other characters. Um, but like she didn't really do much. She's not dating Coach. I don't know. But overall, good finale. Uh, and I guess that'll be it. Um, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.